Hi, my name is Alyssa Stromswold, and this is my story. So I grew up at SAMMAMISH Presbyterian Church, and I don't know, I was always raised a Christian, and my parents were always Christians. They were in Bible studies together and went on mission trips, and I was just always part of the church. You know, I was always that. I remember in like 4th grade, I never wanted to come, so I'd wake up like kicking and screaming, and I don't want to go to church, I hate it. But it was always fun when you get here. And then when I was in 6th grade, my mom signed me up for the 5th, 6th grade adventure camp with the mid-high director, Alyssa Howe. And at that point, I was like, I don't know anyone. I'm in 6th grade. It's really awkward, you know, middle school stuff. Well, in middle school, my small group was obviously my grade and my gender. And the girls were all from Inglewood. So they were really, really close, and they're like best friends. And there was like 3 or 4 of us that were from different schools. And so my parents would love for me to like go to youth events, and I loved going, like they were fun. But the girls were always like close. And they were always like, oh, have you heard about blah, blah, blah? Like, because they knew people, and they were all really, really good friends. Like, they would hang out outside of church and such. So, like, if I was at an event that my parents signed me up for, I would be, like, try to hang out with them. And I tried all 3 years of middle school. And it was just, like, they would tolerate me, I guess, but I was never, like, really in the group because they would see each other 5 days a week, and I would see them once or twice. So, Elena was just always there. And she was always at the events, and she was fun. I loved her. We'd always hang out. And then I kind of latched on to Elena. She was just always there, and because she was always at our activities and just everywhere, there she was. And then I think it was around April, Elena talked to us because we were her first small group. Like, she wasn't our small group leader anymore because we were in high school, and she was still with mid-high, but she was talking to us, and she decided that she was no longer going to be youth director the coming summer. That hit me really hard, but then the next part that I've actually just realized recently is that I felt like she was abandoning us. Because I had her on like a pedestal, which I didn't realize till recently, and she was like a strong Christian woman in my life that was like early 20s, so it was like, that's how you can actually live. You can be a Christian in your life and still have fun and still like an amazing job and still date and do everything normal people do, just be a Christian. You should have role models in your life, but you don't need to put people on a pedestal. And like Elena, I obviously had on a pedestal. But at that time, I felt like Jesus was just being like, Alyssa, you don't get her anymore. She's gone. Like, this strong role model's out of your life. No more. Sorry. And I was just really angry and upset. I didn't really come to senior high anymore. That summer, we had new youth directors come in, and Josh and Amber, and I was like, who are these new people invading my comfort zone? Because who wants change? And it's the plateau, so lots of things don't usually change. And I stopped coming. My parents still brought me Sunday mornings. Eric would go to mid-high, and I would, my younger brother Eric, and then I would just go to service with my parents. So when I wasn't really a part of the church after my freshman year, nothing really drastically changed, I would say. I was just kind of a sophomore in Skyline, and nothing really huge changed. I was trying to fit in, like trying to get with the it crowd, because obviously it's like sophomore year, what you're trying to do. And I didn't really go off the deep end like some other testimony stories, like it's kind of boring. I was just, I guess now that I look back on it, I was just doing things to be liked, and I was doing things to be in the group. Then it was the summer after sophomore year, and I decided I wanted to work at Christian Bible School because I just love little kids, and it was just a fun thing, and I'm sure I wanted it for community service or something. And I was assigned to the preschoolers, and Aaron Griggs' son Carter was in my group, and we just got really close, me and Carter. And I started babysitting for her, and Aaron and I would just talk. Like, I remember one time I was babysitting, and we literally just stood in her kitchen like an hour after she got home because the kids were taking naps and just talking. and she decided that I should go and work with Amber at the 6th grade camp, and I was like, sure, like, let's have fun, and it was really fun, and I got to know the 6th graders, and I got to know Nellie and a lot of other senior high people. So after Adventure Days, I got really close with Nellie, as I said, and the girls were amazing, and I was just so attached to them, and Amber pulled me and Nellie aside and said, hey, do you want to be, like, middle school leaders in the fall? And I said, yeah, sign me up, they're great. I don't know what happened, but I just, like, started coming, and I was here every Sunday. I was here for mid-high at 9 and then senior high at 10:30, and I just, like, decided that if I was going to do this, I was going to jump head first back into church, and I met with Erin a lot. She was just amazing with me, and she is my small group leader now, and I don't know, it's just like things have been amazing. So my junior and senior year have been awesome. I've been at the church all the time. Like, my best friends now are at the church. I am on student leadership. I'm now a part of the band, which is crazy. Things have just gone from me trying to fit in with groups of people that I knew, like, I didn't really want to be a part of, and people that didn't really want me a part of the group, to now having an amazing group of friends and knowing that I have a plan. And now, like, I always wanted to go to Western University, and now I'm wanting to go to Whitworth, and I applied to, like, 3 other Christian colleges because that was really important to me. I don't know if I would be the same, like, mid-high leader if it wasn't for my, like, fallout, I guess, and my experience. And so I'm just putting my full faith in Jesus Christ, and it's really hard to just live not knowing what's going to come next, but it's also thrilling and really exciting, and I just pray a lot and read a lot and just keep learning and asking questions. And obviously I'm still struggling with certain things. Like, when things happen in my life, I'm like, really? Like, what's the point of that? I always text Josh, and he always says, you know, Stroms, like, it's part of the plan. You just don't know the plan, but you'll one day look back on it and say that was needed. Like, I don't care what people say about me anymore. It's like, I'm for Jesus, and it doesn't matter, like, what you say about me, because that's who I am. The way I see it is, like, he has the best for me. He has a plan for me. He's like, Jeremiah 29:11 is my favorite verse, and so it's like, he has a plan for me, and I know that if I follow it, things will be hard. Like, I don't think that just because I'm Christian, life's going to be easy and roses and flowers and jumping through meadows. Like, things are going to be hard, but I know that in the end, like, I will be with him, and I'll be with all the other Christians in my life. And if something hard is in my life, I know there's a purpose for it. My name is Alyssa Stromswold, and I found my identity in Christ's love.